Today's episode was interesting at the beginning, but not very interesting at the task end. Yeah, I think today was all about nomination. Many people exit, but everybody was under surveillance. I'll just check the audio, guys, and we'll start with the review for everybody was under surveillance. I think the audio is fine. I think everybody can hear me. So let's start with the review for episode 25 of Big Boss season. So I've written a lot many points today, but I want to tell you कि the episode was not that great. Is matlab it's gonna be get dull in the end. I think, but Shehbaz is more fun than the episode in general. So I want to play a song for Shehbaz. I don't know. Sanga, yep. Fatte. I want to say Shehbaz Chakde Fatte because he is keeping us entertained. He's keeping us entertained. Today did not do much, but yeah, let me be honest. He is the one who's keeping us entertained. And the episode had nothing to do today, nothing much. The nominations and the twist was the only part of it. Obviously, there is a task part which will be showcased later tomorrow. So I don't know. I've not seen the promo. So guys who have seen the promo, do let me know how is the promo, how is it going, have you liked it and all. So let's start with the review. So guys, what did we see today? It was a planned nomination. Everything was planned. Who to nominate, who will get nominated, how will they get nominated. The weak ones should go out, who has less followers should go out, and everything was discussed. So I'll tell you guys, normally everybody discusses something or the other because there's nothing much to do. What are you going to talk about? Your girlfriends, how much? Your boyfriends, how much? Your past stories, how much? You'll fall in love with someone, you'll hate someone, you'll fight with someone, or you're going to talk about strategies. Now let's talk about all the things that Big Boss showed us today. See, first of the Big Boss never showed us in the episode, so we don't know about it. And today, Big Boss has accumulated everything and showed us together because he wanted to create a twist. Eventually, Big Boss wanted to save certain contestants because they don't want people to go out. And why? Because Konika ji and Zishan, why if they get nominated, they might most likely go out. Because I don't think people will vote for them because they are not the ones who are fan favorite. They will get some kind of support, but not 100% support. Yeah. So if Zishan and Konika ji gets nominated, it's a elimination for sure. But there are other people that Big Boss want to catch hold of and get them out. So Big Boss had two people I think in their mind. One is Praneeth and one is Neil. Neil game is not going so much, but Neil they can keep because Neil is like this. She has some kind of content other than no content. But Praneeth, I think it's time for Praneeth to say bye. I think Praneeth comedy is over. Everything is over. I am tired of his laugh. This Marty boy has to go out of this show because I don't think there's anything left for him in this show. He wants to take stand, but his stands are not strong. He wants to stand for the right thing, but he's not standing with the right thing. Yeah, and he's standing with that team who's playing Drishyam. Then there is a mole. In Drishyam, there was a mole. A police officer was acting as a friend of Ajay Devgan's wife's, who was having a lot of trouble. That is the same strategy Aves is applying. Yesterday we spoke about Drishyam. Today is applying the strategy where he's saying, Ki yaar, why don't you go there and become a mole? And Ashnoor agreeing to becoming a mole was so stupid. First of all, she didn't know what is a mole means. That is I don't know yaar, which school she's studied from. Okay, maybe it didn't strike her. We'll forgive her. But beyond that, she agreed and she wants to play in that group and then she wants to give information here. And these guys are thinking that other side people are dumb or what? Do you think other side people are dumb or what? Ashnoor liking Amaal is still making sense, but Ashnoor liking Bajaj, I think it's a deal that is not to be made in heaven. I don't know. These guys have discussed it out, or what love story is this? Because I don't know. Sharing the same color pant or same color chappal doesn't make me become Katrina's boyfriend, or the Katrina won't like me if I wear the same color underwear. Also, I'm just saying. So to that fact, I wanna just say clearly, guys. I don't know what is happening. Where is this love blossoming? Which city is turning red? Who is painting the town red? I can't see. And Ashnoor is crying for Mr. Bajaj, feeling for Mr. Bajaj, but it doesn't look like that. And then she wants to play the straight game. She wants to play the followers game. She wants to play the public's game. Oh my God, this is absolutely bullshit. This is what is happening, and this is bullshit. Guy, I think I'm looking too much like polished. I think I need to look a little dark. How do I do it? There's a way to look a little dark. I think the light is enough. Yeah, let's continue to the Express nomination. The episode started with the Express nomination. We saw the Express nomination, which we no one remembered because it went so fast like an express. I felt Bullet Train is coming Big Boss because that fast the Express nomination happened. But the idea behind Express nomination was all about getting people do their nomination and then trying to see if that is safeguard or not, and then trying to reveal what Big Boss has made a clip about. Okay, now let's talk about people's footages what Big Boss showed. First, we spoke about Neelam and that scene. I actually felt like did they discuss because I did not see much of it. Because when I saw it, they were very particular talking about who they think can nominate them. That's how you play in the game. You think, nah, this guy he can play good. That is guy can play good. Our Bumrah should take him out. This is how you plan strategies, right? So that is what the conversation between Basir, Konika, and all were happening. That is what I saw. But let's come to the footages that was shown to us. So there is crime that has happened. There is some kind of discussion that has happened, but I don't know. Can you tag it as planned nomination or something like that? I don't think. But obviously, there are certain people who plan to next level, stating the fact that please nominate people who have less fans so that eventually some of them will go out. Don't nominate the stronger guys. We will see them later. That is the strategy. But initially, Konika ji is giving a lot of content. Zishan is giving content. I don't think Big Boss guys have any plan to remove these people for now. And if they don't have the plan, so Big Boss is gonna come into rescue because he's gonna be the Spider-Man. He's gonna save his queen, and that's what Big Boss is doing. Because Konika ji is one of that contestants who's giving enough of content, and in fact so much of content that none of the senior celebrities have given. I'll be very honest, there was Pooja Bhatt who did not give great content. I mean, she was in OTT. There was Sajid Khan who did not give much of content. Shilpa Shirodkar was nothing. She didn't even give content. She was playing as in she is a baby who's turned 18, 19, 20, and so she wants attention from everybody. That is what I felt about her. But the Konika ji is giving enough of content. She wants to ask, she wants to target, she wants to say. She's becoming young and she's giving enough of content, guys. And I don't think Konika is gonna go out. She's gonna be in the top seven for sure. She's gonna go that mile because see her, she always has content. She will move from kitchen, she will move from situations, she will move from characters. But if she doesn't move, she knows who to target, who to point. I'm also feeling yawning here. 1 minute. Let me have a sip of water, guys. Yeah, let's get back to our conversation. So the first scene was about Basir and Konika ji. Konika ji doesn't like Gaurav at all. And we all know this. I think anybody that watches Big Boss knows now, whoever has watched Big Boss season 19, few episodes from the last few weeks or the beginning week, it is very clear Konika ji doesn't like Gaurav. Gaurav doesn't like Konika ji. So eventually, if they don't discuss, we can still figure it out, or anybody, a commoner who's seen Big Boss for the first season will tell Konika ji is gonna vote Gaurav and Gaurav is gonna vote Konika. So I don't think that was like a planned nomination kind of a thing. Now let's come to Basir. Now normally people ask now who do you think who are most likely to vote or this and that. Basir was saying an example that he normally wants to nominate people who are most likely to go out of the house. He wants to uh, point out or figure out that person who is sure that will go out of the house. And basis that it is his plan strategy. And he directly said that for me I have anyways these two girls. So I don't think this was a planned nomination, but this is a crime that was done. So we will consider it as a crime, but I don't think this was a planned nomination. Apart from that, I think the next one was about Shehbaz, Basir, and Amaal discussing where Shehbaz said that Ashnoor has not been nominated. I think Amaal said that no, she has not been nominated. Basir said that she can't, first you don't nominate her. She can't be nominated, and even if she's nominated, she's most not likely not to go because she has 10 million followers. Shehbaz was fooling out there, where Shehbaz mentioned clearly that he's most likely would nominate Ashnoor and tell her fans do not vote for her. This was just a fooling conversation. But anyways, crime is a crime. You do you rob 2 rupees or 200 rupees or 2 lakh rupees. चोरी तो चोरी होती है. Yeah. So let's come to the third situation where Amal, Praneeth, Mridul, Ashnoor, Abhishek were having a discussion, and that discussion was about Nehal and Farhana, where they were saying that let them get in this group, but Ashnoor was denying the fact that if they come in this group, I will have a problem. Ashnoor, who doesn't like Farhana, who doesn't like Nehal. These are three different set of women. One is fair, is dressed in different, smart, dark, poised, precise, in that format. I'm not saying looks and all that. And if I was a girl, I would have still over Bajaj. So she doesn't like these girls, but she likes Bajaj. And she likes this Amara Bajaj. I think Amara Bajaj scooter is better than this hood wala. There was this thing, yeah. I think I should play that thing. Uh, Udi Baba ad. I think I don't know if there is Udi Baba, Udi Baba. I think that was Bajaj only, na? Right, right. I don't know if it plays still, but I want to say that Bajaj is worse than this Udi Baba. Oh shit, it doesn't play. I think that was Bajaj only, na? Oh shit, my audio I can see, but I don't know. How does this play? Udi Baba, Udi Baba, Udi Baba, Udi Baba. I am telling you, guys, Bajaj is worse than this Udi Baba. Because he's always his conversation is hood, this, that. He has no respect for his friends. He loses his control. He is not poised. He has no strategy. He is dumb. And I want to say there are some brilliant guys who possess Punjabi, speak Punjabi so well. Shehbaz is doing absolutely good here. But I just want to say there are Punjabi boys. I just want to say it this way. This fellow talks Punjabi in that accent, hud, hood, itte mera gache, or whatever he says. But he tries to get into that Punjabi accent. I don't know, that is his anger or that is his mother language. He gets into that zone. But it is not needed. But in on compared to that, Shehbaz is fooling, doing masti, and is looking much better, much stronger in terms of a contestant than anybody else. Yeah, I'm just gonna say that, bro, he's doing better than most of them. So I'm in support of Shehbaz and his kind of Punjabi personalities rather than liking, whom? Who am I talking about? Liking this fellow, Bajaj. So I think this discussion where Aves was having a Praneeth was having where Praneeth did say that we will get them here, but if the time comes and we'll have to nominate them, so we will say that guys they don't agree with you and that's why they have nominated you, and indirectly we will nominate them or play smartly amongst y'all, and that's how y'all are strategizing to get Nehal and Farhana as a number in the game, but not play with them. That is what the strategy was running, which look very weak. Matlab, you play a stronger game. You talk about stand, you talk about loyalty, talk about certain words, and then you're playing games with weaker people in the game. According to Pranit, they are weaker people in the game. Mridul as a person doesn't talk much. But what is he been saying? He doesn't like Nihal, he doesn't like Farhana, and he wants to do this and that. And Ashnoor on the top has discussed that she wants to play on the other side and she let her play there and you guys play here and we will play that, and always saying that you become a mole and she doesn't know what a mole means. And she had the thing that she has good rapport with Amaal, Zishan, Basir. So she wants to play in that gang. Wow. I'm telling you, Ashnoor will become the vamp of this season. She is gonna get dirty. Currently, she's not in the game, but eventually she is gonna get in the game, gonna get dirty, mean, and this and that. Okay. Apart from that, so that footage showed very meaningful sin. So I think talking about nomination, this was clear talking about nomination, where they know who to target. The problem was they were trying to target Zishan by. And when they want to target Zishan by, what will happen? Because Aves clearly mentioned that he wants to send Zishan by home. And if he wants to send Zishan by home, that so the guys don't want to now. Big Boss guys don't want Zishan Bhai to go home because Aves is with 30 million not giving content. But this guy with 60K followers is giving more content. And trust me, I'm liking Zishan Bhai every day. Every day there's growth. So today it's at 21%, na guys. I used to not like him. I've grown. Oh, this 25th episode. So my liking for him has become 25%. So let's see till 50th the liking grows or eventually it will fall. Any day Zishan Bhai does stupidity, I'm gonna not like him because I don't generally like him. He is not a person that appeals to me in terms of look or his identity or his approach. But he's playing stronger. Each day is going good for him and he's playing stronger. Now I think again there was a scene that happened between Amaal and Shehbaz, and they said, if you are a captain, who are you gonna nominate? He said that I'm gonna nominate Ashnoor. Then he said I'm gonna nominate Baja. Then he said I'm gonna nominate Praneeth. That is a discussion and that is a crime, and that thank God he showed that footage. So yeah, there were some crimes that happened, and but you had to accumulate all of it and nominate everybody in the task, and then you thought of getting this twist where everybody will get to save two people. And guys, do you think Big Boss is smart? Big Boss is not at all smart, guys, because I'll tell you. The same way when people are discussing about who they are most likely to target, the same way people are discussing about who they are most likely to save. So that footage is not shown to us, but that is also a very good important footage which Big Boss is aware. And Big Boss has counted Konika was likely to get 2 votes, Zishan Bhai is likely to get 2 votes. Basis that transition, Big Boss said, "Arey, let's do saving wala nomination and let's see what happens." And that's what happened. Big Boss got justice delivered because he knew. Because I think Shehbaz might have mentioned that he likes Konika. Konika might have mentioned, or Tanya might have mentioned she likes Zishan Bhai, and they're most likely to vote for them. And they got exactly 2 votes, and everybody who got 2 votes uh, are the ones who were saved. Now, Aves is a person who said that he had planned it so well. Aves had planned to get each other to 2 votes and save people amongst themselves. That is, first of all, impossible to do when you're not prepared. Huh? But Aves is still claiming that he had planned it. But Aves should have planned in such a way that they give Praneeth more votes and Praneeth is saved. Right? They should have done that because Praneeth has got less followers. Obviously, less than Bajaj or all of them. And if Praneeth has got less followers, then I think these guys should have planned to save Praneeth. But if Avis is so smart and he understands Risham, Mole, and that aspect, he did not do justice to his friendship. Because if Praneeth is not saved, Praneeth is most likely to go out. Wow. Clap. Avis, very good. So Praneeth is the one who's going to be exit from the show. Now let's talk about the nominations and who people saved and why they saved. Neelam saving Tanya and Konika. I think everybody knows Tanya and Konika. She is more likely to save. She also wants to. Neelam would also want to look good, so she's gonna save two people who she takes stands mostly. She will says that she wants to be with Konika, this and that. Neelam is also close to Amaal and Zishan Bhai also, but she chose Konika and Tanya, who are opposites to each other, who are fighting against each other. But Neelam chose Tanya and Konika. Neil chose Farhana because Neil's only friend is Farhana, and then she chose Shehbaz. And Farhana chose Neil because same friendship, but also with that Gaurav. So this is very clear, Nancy. All of them are voting as per what we also know that they're most likely to vote. Gaurav chose Mridul and Neelam. Neelam because Neelam serves him the food and does all our work for that reason, and Mridul because I want to tell you why Gaurav normally sits with Mridul a lot. So now it's likely to save him makes sense. But Gaurav is one of the smartest player who's overthinking in this game, who's thinking to play in the second innings, who's thinking a lot many things. He's strategizing his way to the last finish line. And you know what? When you plan everything in advance, you're most likely to go wrong. Huh? Unless you start performing in that every innings, that you can plan the second innings in a way that you can play with confidence. But Gaurav is trying to not play the first innings and then say he's most likely to play the second innings, which can fall short for him, and he will. I'll tell you what is Gaurav's strategy. See, today though he was most likely given all the good credits because he never spoke about someone bad behind their back. Huh? Because Gaurav is very clear. He has to vote Konika ji very clearly. So he knows Konika. And then 1% so he said, nah, when Basir said everybody is shit. So Gaurav is like, for that shit reasons, I would have nominated Basir. So that was his reason, which we knew. Gaurav is very targeted. Whoever targets him, he targets them. That's the game. But I want to talk about Mridul. Why is Gaurav with Mridul? Because Gaurav knows Mridul is a contestant. Gaurav might have a team. and his team might have told him who to play with, who are most likely to come, and all that. And if someone comes, why is Gaurav with Mridul? Because Mridul has very active Instagram followers. You might have 10 million, 20 million, 30 million. That doesn't matter anything. You should have active followers. And why MC Stan won? Clear, he had crazy active followers. He broke the record of Instagram. There are so many people with great number of followers couldn't do that, but in 10 million he broke the record, where with people with 20, 30 millions have not got so much of viewership. So I want to say that clearly Mridul has more active Instagram or whatever social media followers, and that active followers are most likely to vote. So Gaurav is thinking I'll play along with Mridul, but if Mridul doesn't win, Mridul's support and his entire gang support will come for Gaurav, and that is when they think that Gaurav has planned the strategy in such a way that he's gonna uh, take support from Mridul's fan and go and win this show. I think this is a longer strategy that he's applying, but I'm sure this is not gonna work for him, because Mridul's gang, if not gonna like them, then they're gonna fall apart to some other people or might not vote for anybody. Normally it happens. Basir and Basir goes out and I'm gonna support his gang. I'm just saying. So people who like Mridul and Mridul has been close to these people, then people are most likely to support the other set of people. And that is dirty game. I call what Gaurav is doing. Otherwise, I don't see sense of him. But is Basir, Amaal, Zishan Bhai, not even Neelam for that matter, not even with Farhana that. So this is my perspective, which I don't think anybody might have told you. This is what reviewers have to do. I'm not saying all of what I said is true, but please notice, can't that be a strategy? Gaurav will have a PR team. Gaurav PR team would have told who are the contestants more likely to come. Gaurav PR would have told him to play with someone who has active craze followers. Pratik Sechpal could defeat Karan Kundra and other contestants basis active fan following. And if the same way, if these guys have active fan following, most likely to win. So you need active fan following, not numbers, because numbers are followers who have followed you, close their account, and they're most likely not to vote you. Okay. So let's talk about Aves. Aves saved Praneeth and Mridul. I think Aves wasted his vote there because Mridul was anyway not going to go out. So you should have not voted someone like that. Uh, Amaal voted for Neelam and Zishan by very rightful, because he's close to Neelam, and then he's voting for Zishan by great, because Zishan by can go eliminated. Praneeth voting for Tanya and Farhana, I think that was error in judgment. That was stupidity, dumb. I think Ashnoor also did something like that. She voted for Tanya and Gaurav. But Ashnoor could have voted for Zishan Bhai, because Zishan Bhai's clip also didn't come. But Ashnoor, being very close to Zishan Bhai, didn't play for Zishan Bhai, but wanted to show her goody goody side, which Neil also mentioned, because player in the game can see things in the game. So she could see this, what I could also see through, and maybe others are gonna see through as well. Ashnoor also mentioned that she saved these two guys for the fact that these guys did not bitch or behind the back did not plan nomination. Ashnoor, you are always the one who's doing Hamara Bajaj, Alag Andaz, Udi Baba every time, and then you did not say Bajaj. It was fun because Bajaj's face was worth watching, because he didn't even get one vote. And he was telling Ashnoor should go to the final, should win the show, should lift the show, trophy, and I'm going to lift her too. Oh my God, this couple, I think, God, I just don't like this couple for any sake here. I think Shehbaz smart. He saved two people and very strong. I think Shehbaz's vote was very strong. He saved Zishan Bhai and he saved Konika. Both the ones who could be in danger. He saved them very good. Basir saving Neelam and Zishan Bhai, great. Zishan Bhai getting so much of vote. Tanya saving Neelam and Zishan, great. Think that people saving Neelam and Zishan are Tanya, Amal, and Basir, and they have difference of opinions among themselves, but they are still voting the same set of people, guys. I think the best vote amongst all of them was Kunika ji. She knew who voted for them and she voted them back to them. She voted Neelam and Shehbaz. Both were called her name out. So I think two people who, according to me, did very great in nomination. One is Shehbaz saving Kunika and Zishan Bhai for the fact that Big Boss also wanted to save them and he could understand the game and he saved that too. And then Kunika ji knew who two guys are most likely to save him, and Kunika ji did the same thing and did tit for tat in the game where she saved the right people. I didn't know. See, I'm telling you, if I'm in the show, I might play in a different zone. but I wouldn't know who's gonna save me and all. But Konika ji got it, yeah. She is smart, bro. She is good. She is giving content for all the failure of content from senior artists who did not give content but who did make a lot of money from Pooja Bhatt, Shilpa Shirotkar, or Sajid Khan, or even Farah Khan. Sometimes she does all her dialogue bazi, but her content is not great. So thank God Farah Khan is doing good currently because of her support staff, who because of him she is becoming famous. But I think all the credit goes to the support staff. So love to Farah Khan support staff, not for Farah Khan. She is what she is, yeah. I'm not saying she's a bad woman. I'm just saying she is what she is. She gets paid for so many things, but she's taking content from that fellow because he's masti, mazak is fun. Now Ashnoor is crying later. She's feeling bad and then she's feeling all love for Bajaj. I don't know what is her taste here. She doesn't like the girls, I understand. She likes Bajaj, I don't understand. I'm not able to accept this. I think Bajaj should go a long way, but should be thrown out. I can't see him top 7 and top 10. If he goes to top 10, I'm gonna hit my head. Eventually, he's that kind of a content. See, sometimes in the show there has to be there have to be villains. Basis the villain, there are heroes. So Bajaj is gonna be the villains, and that's why there are the heroes in the game. So Bajaj has to play, and Bajaj is gonna go long way because if there's no villain, there's no drama, there's no hero, no all the ones that Big Boss wants people to win should look like a hero. People should talk about the show like that. So you have to keep the vicious side of people in the show because when they do vicious things, is when then you grow and become what you are. So I don't know if Ashnoor is thinking that she's gonna be Shehnaz Gill or Siddharth. I think I do mention them a lot. I miss Siddharth Bhai a lot, but I wanna say that Ashnoor and is nowhere near Shehnaz. And if she thinks this Punjabi Munda can match our Shukla, no bro. Shukla is next level. He's not in this league. I think people have to do 10 Big Boss to match his league. Sure, he did what he did in one season. Bro, I can still watch that season till now. That is so interesting about him. So Nehal had a very great point and everything. I think that was all about this thing. Mridul we saw planning, Ashnoor we saw planning, Praneeth we saw planning, Amaal also we saw planning. So I think that's about nominations. I want to talk about uh, I want to talk about the other set of tasks that was happened. That was bullshit, no fun. The fun part about the task was girls participating is good because we could see different perspective. Farhana playing faster, Ashnoor trying to cover her space and turn her back towards Farhana so that she gets most of the material. Neha playing strong, Tanya saying that Chambal mein we throw a lot of people like you in water, saying all that and then trying to kick her like a sissy girl like this and that and trying to play aggressive make no sense. Neelam losing her cool. Konika ji playing so strong. Matlab at that age, 61 and she's playing so strong. I remember when my mama runs behind me to hit me. Huh, I'm 35, but she still can hit me and I just love her. Yeah. She's my vada pav. I just love her, that's what. And she goes to that extent to, she runs behind me as if she's gonna hit me. Or she normally hits me also, not like hit it wala, but out of love. मतलब बोलते हैं ना when she's in that mood and masti and when she does that I think that's what Konika ji is doing. She played the task यार. Konika ji, you made me remember my mom. If my mom would have been in the show, she would have played like you. Maybe not applied that much of common sense and all this all this thing that Konika ji does, my mother would have not done. She would have been simple. She would have felt sorry. I don't know. She would have yelled or no. I'm not sure. Maybe seeing so much of camera, she wouldn't. But it is what it is. The task was boring. They could have done it better. The set was not great. The teams were not great. I think the teams are the one is the biggest player. I think the team should play where Basir and this gang, the Londe gang, the Londe 4G gang versus the Gochu gang. I think that is where the task is, and that's where it will be fun, guys. So I want to see that. I don't know why the combinations in such a way that people are gonna settle off lately or will settle with time, and it is the toughest of team playing against each other. That's when it is fun. Like when Siddharth was playing, you wanted Asim and all the gang who doesn't like Siddharth on the other side, right? That's when it is fun. Everybody like Paras could have been here and there, but Paras used to maintain balance. But when the guys when Siddharth used to not like, they used to not play in Siddharth's team. They used to play in the opposite team, and that's when things were like out of line. It was so fun, and that was fun, yeah. So I think that's the review for today, guys. Please like, love, share, and subscribe please go forward, watch this video, repeat this video, comment, do what you want to, but please don't trouble your mother, but do love your mother. They deserve all the love because without them, we are not to be seen or not to be heard. And to our fathers as well, because these two people make you all happy, these two people take care of you, and these people will teach you a lot of lessons. And people who don't love their parents, you might have gone through your thing. I just want to say good night to everybody who are watching this video right now or after this. And good morning and good evening to everybody who watch it day tomorrow, day after tomorrow, basis different time zones across the globe. I do this review only for you guys. So I just hope opposites to each other who are fighting each other. Yeah, so I just hope you like this review, and that's all about episode 25. Who to who to target and how everybody's under BB watch. This was like a nomination which was planned by the other team, planned by the two gangs indirectly, but Big Boss planned a step further where he wanted the right people to be nominated because he's gonna play against Neil and Praneeth, and maybe end of the week they might choose Neil will survive or Praneeth will survive. That's the review for today, guys. I think it's time to say good night. Bye.